When I talk to my constituents in southern Minnesota, I don't care if they're Republican, Independent, Democrat, it doesn't matter to them. When I tell them, when I was in Afghanistan, you know what our troops were worried about? They were worried about their families' health care, and they were worried about their pensions. I said, do you think that's really what you want them to be worrying about? When their friends and colleagues are being shot on a daily basis, and yet at the end of the day, they have to worry about.
I don't understand how someone can see this picture of Tim Walz and not just want him to be vice president. Like look at him, he's so happy holding this little pig.
Yes, the mainstream media will not cover this. I came across this recently. We all saw what happened with Mary Trump, how the mainstream media took up to this to cover that. But in this case, you will not see them saying a word. Trump responded. According to this tweet, Trump responded to endorsement from Tim Walz's immediate family. Thank you very much, Jeff. It is a great honor to have your endorsement. I look forward to meeting you soon.
Between how the Dems did it last night and how the Republicans did it. I mean, it literally is like a funeral.
It was a wake. Yeah, it was
like a white people waspy funeral in the rain with black umbrellas. That's what the RNC was like. So, they just cannot. The Republicans did nothing right.
I just choked on my coffee like they do in those memes. I'm sorry, excuse me.
Thanks for sharing, though. Are you okay? Okay. So it's the Republicans did nothing right, unless you think it's a right thing to have a bunch of racist women abusers, introducing your candidate. And the Dems have not put a foot wrong.
That is Mary Trump, and another one the mainstream media loves so much, and a lot of people said, oh, he has catch out easily.
A brand new memoir that casts new light on the Trump family. He says, in part, quote, "Up until now, I have stayed stubbornly quiet, even as those around me took their pot shots. But silence is golden only when there is nothing that needs to be said." Fred Trump is now saying many things about his uncle, including that Donald Trump uses people based on their race to his advantage. The Trump camp, of course, responding to this, saying, quote, "This is completely fabricated and totally fake news of the highest order. It is appalling," they say, "a lie so blatantly disgusting that it can be printed in media." Anyone who knows President Trump knows he would never use such language in false stories like this, and they have been thoroughly debunked. This is nothing more than a cheap shot to sell copies of a book that belongs in the bargain bin of the fiction section. So you've heard all that. Fred Trump is joining me now. You have heard some of these insults slung at you before, I am sure. Your new book titled All in the Family, The Trumps and How We Got This Way. You've talked about the silence of yours. Why now? What is left to say? Because a lot has been said about your uncle.
Oh, sure. This is policy over politics. This is not a personal thing. I believe in Kamala Harris's policies. Donald's Project 2025, which he has his hands all over.
He has disavowed it.
It's almost like him saying, "I had nothing to do with the building of Trump Tower." It's him. And his followers and the people that will be in his administration who it will be a dystopian future. I say future, but it will bring us back decades.
Well, my friends, go take a cold shower because we have a sizzling hot topic to discuss that pertains to Miss Kamalamity right here.
It's insane for this man to say, oh, it is policy versus that it is not a personal thing. We all know it is profit of our family. That is the simple truth. He came out with a book immediately, going on Trump, selling. You will see how the mainstream media is propping him up because of the little coins he has received. Then forgetting the family values he holds. I have said this, in every family, there is always that one person that would do this. Now, the case has reversed. A lot of people in Tim's family coming out to endorse Trump. You will not see CNN, doing this. You will not see it. If you search now, you will not see anywhere. Only independent creators like this, putting out videos, particularly to what is going on. If I didn't do a video like this, maybe you will not even know that something like this has happened, because the mainstream media only works where it benefits them.
And he joins me now. Rich, what did he have to say?
Hi, Elizabeth. So I spoke with Jeff Walz for about 15 minutes this morning by phone. He said, look, he wants to clarify some things. He never intended what he wrote to be viewed by a national audience. It was on Facebook and probably the wrong forum. That said, he did not shy away from his words. He said everything he wrote is true. Take a listen.
It wasn't my intent, it wasn't our intent as a family to put something out there to influence the general public.
In an exclusive interview with News Nation, Jeff Walz, brother of Democratic VP candidate Tim Walz, says he wants to set the record straight after criticizing his brother Tim on Facebook, saying he's not the type of character who should make decisions about our future and that he's, quote, 100% opposed to all his ideology. Former President Donald Trump quickly pounced, praising Jeff on Truth Social, writing, sounds like a really great guy, despite saying to his Facebook friends that he had thought long and hard about endorsing Trump on stage. Now he tells News Nation he wants no part of the election.
We're not campaigning or anything for him or against him or anything like that.
Jeff, who is a registered Republican and donated $20 to Trump's 2016 campaign, stands by his comments that he disagrees with his brother.
I will say I don't agree with his policies.
But he says his posts were intended to rebuke rhetoric that he was ideologically in lockstep with the vice presidential nominee.
It was a post that I made because I was getting a lot of feedback from my friends, old acquaintances, thinking that I was feeling the same way that my brother did on the issues, and I was trying to clarify that just to friends.
Yes, if you don't understand what is going on here, this guy is not endorsing Trump, but indirectly he is endorsing Trump. He is warning people about Tim's policies and what he stands for. Like, people should be careful if they are thinking to choose this guy. Indirectly, he's endorsing Trump. That is what I realized from this video. It has opened a lot of people's eyes, but the mainstream media did not pick this up to cover as a topic because they realize it is going against who they support. If this person was maybe a Trump family person, you could have seen how the mainstream media will pick this. News Nation covered this. I was impressed at a certain point when they covered this topic because the mainstream media could not pick that up.
White dudes for Kamala.
Yes, yes.
All right, so what is Kamala's economic plan?
I'm supposed to state policy? Are you out of your mind?
Did you sense something wrong with Joe Biden on that night?
No, not at all. We're not reporting properly. Leave the man alone. He's already out, and respect what he's done for our country, period.
Well, fashion icon Derek Zoolander, he's giddy for Harris, too.
Quick question, why you came and what you like about Harris' platform?
Just very excited about moving forward and all the energy and
We've got a golden rule. Mind your own damn business.
A flawless campaign, she could ride out on a Pegasus.
Does not need to be like this. This is silly.
About Barack Obama when it comes
The theme here at the DNC is that they're going to go after corporate gouging.
What's your favorite policy of Kamala's?
her being president.
And if the pace plays
leaving. A speech from Michelle Obama that I have to say is one of the best
gun-toting.
Abby, we were talking.
Trump or Kamala? Trump. Damn Kamala.
Kamala Harris is in office right now and has not tried to do anything about the border, has not tried to not tax people.
For some people, it's already started.
But when you disrespect Kamala Harris.
They say the economy's great. Just look at the jobs numbers. Well, we did, and they disappeared.
The money in politics is so extraordinary, which is something that should have never been allowed to happen.
When Joe stepped down, did you want it to be an open convention as opposed to going right to Kamala?
Well, here's the plan. Kamala, it was open. Anybody could have gotten in. She wrapped it up. You have to give her credit for that.
I do, totally. And the Democratic Party, you know what? That's the smartest thing they did. Because they just had a big internal fight. They couldn't afford another one. They would have looked like we always think, oh, they're disorganized, and they just got their you-know-what together.